Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, let's we let me get organized here and we will be ready to go. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, now we got everything ready to go. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So we are going to start off with a little bit of a prayer for some of the people who called me regarding some things that they're going through in life. So I want to say a prayer for them. There's a prayer that someone specifically requested that I say. And so I will be saying that prayer for them to start off. This prayer is called, well, you probably already know it's in the Bible. So this prayer is Psalms 121. As I say this prayer, I want you to do a number of things. I want you to breathe. And I'm going to give you instructions on how I want you to breathe. So I want you to breathe in. And as you breathe in, I want your belly to expand outward. And then I want you to breathe out. And as you breathe out, I want your belly to go in and pull your belly in. So I'm going to do 3 breaths with you. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you're breathing in, expanding your belly out, out further as far as you can. Now breathe in. Breathe in, bringing your belly all the way in, as far back to your back as you can. Breathe out, expanding your belly out as if you are 9 months pregnant. And I want you to breathe in. Breathe in again, as far as you can. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Now, this person who requested that I read Psalms 121 is actually someone who follows my channel who's a Christian. So just so you guys know, if you ever see me go to church, I rock with the Christians, the Protestants, I rock with Jews also. I rock with people who don't look like us. Why do I do this? It's because I've learned that all skin folk ain't color folk. And so I've learned to feel the energies of other people where I find that they're working from their heart space. And so occasionally they may not be like us in terms of spirituality, in terms of their beliefs or their thoughts. And so it is what it is. No judgment from me. So here we go. Psalms 121. I'm going to read it, but the last few lines I'm going to read 3 times. So I'm going to read Psalms 121, and then the last few lines I'll read again and again and again. So here we go. While I'm reading, I want you to do the breath work that I just showed you. Your belly is expanding out and expanding in. Okay? So here we go. Whew. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out, thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out, thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out, thy coming in from this time forth, and even evermore. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So that's the prayer for the person who requested it. And it is also the prayer for anyone who needs any type of blessings or prayers or protections or guidance or assistance with anything in your life as you experience anything. So far, I've received a number of phone calls where people are going through things. So we have 2 deaths of 2 men that I received phone calls of. We have, correction, 1 man and 1 woman, correction, 2 deaths, 1 man, 1 woman. 2 phone calls, 2 men who were recently hospitalized. So I want to say this time that we're moving into, you guys have seen enough videos. We have enough people out there that are educating you as to what's going on, what's happening. However, I know that anyone who is watching my channel, anyone who is following me, anyone who is rocking with me, you are safe. You might go through a little bit of heartbreak. You might have a little bit of a financial struggle here and there. It might be some relationship difficulties, but trust and believe, y'all safe. I know this because I see you and I feel you, and you're going to be okay. All right? So with that said, let's get the party rolling and starting. Who do we have here? Greetings, Mrs. Tate. How are you? It's a pretty nice day outside, isn't it? You enjoying the weather? Story time. Yes, story time and some other things going on top of the story time. Greetings, love is light beings. Peace and blessings to you. Welcome. Peace and blessings, Cynthia. How are you? You ready for story time? All right, guys. Before we start story time, though, there is one more thing I gotta do. let me do something. Hold on, guys. I'm on multiple platforms here. Okay, there we go. So that's all set. So as you know, I went to the movies last night. And I saw this movie called, I had to write it down, y'all, because I was like, what is going on here? I saw this movie called Pretty Little Things. It's an interesting movie. It's a little misleading, I guess you could say, about children. I heard someone say that this movie is actually subliminal messages in regards to taking advantage of children. So I could see what that person was saying in terms of this movie being misleading in regards to taking advantage of children. So I'm not going to tell you all the details, okay? Because you might see the movie yourself. Greetings, how are you? Good to see you. So it's subliminal hidden messages. So it depends on your perspective and how you look at it. And if you look that far into movies, a lot of people go to movies just to be entertained. Some people go to movies to analyze, to look for messages, to see if there's anything going on. And it's cool. However you want to do it, it's all good. But it is some subtle hints up in that movie, y'all. And I could see where the sister was coming from with what she said. I personally didn't choose the movie. My friend chose the movie. And I will say this movie is, let me tell you, this movie is highly sexual. So it is hot and heavy. It's not showing anything that we ain't all seen or heard or maybe even done before, to be honest with you. However, it's I found it to be very entertaining. And at times it was funny as I don't know what. Like, it had me laughing. It's like, what is going on? So if you go see Pretty Little Things, let me know what you think about it. And let me know if you see what this young lady saw. And if you saw it, how did you see it? You know, because I look at things from different perspectives. So I could see where she's coming from. Another thing I want to say, I watched Earn Your Leisure. I don't know if you guys know who EYL, Earn Your Leisure, who they are. They are some brothers who promote financial literacy, financial independence, growing and building your business, expanding your financial education. So occasionally I will look at one of the videos, and they had a young lady on there. I think her name was April. And April, a lot of women recommended April come on Earn Your Leisure. And April was just up there just spitting game, spitting knowledge, saying whatever she had to say in her mind, right? I didn't agree with everything that she said. However, I could see from different perspectives. So she was talking about dating, women dating men for the wrong reasons, and men dating women for the wrong reasons, and how some of these men were married 2 and 3 times, and how they couldn't find a good quality woman. Now, anybody can probably get a woman. Anybody can probably get a man. But finding a good quality man or woman is strategic. And so it was this guy who rocked with these guys from Earn Your Leisure. And he happened to be very wealthy. Okay. And he's a brother. And he was married twice. And so he's looking for a wife. I think this is what she was saying. He was looking for a wife. So there was a woman there. And he went to April and he was like, how about her? How about her? Yeah, I like her. I'm going to be rocking with her. And so April said, well, why do you like her? And he was like, well, you told me to choose a feminine woman. Well, look at her. Don't she look good? She's feminine. And April had to explain to him that just because a woman looks good on the outside doesn't mean that she's in her feminine energy. And I was like, she's spitting game, y'all. She is exactly right. So the woman that he chose was more like a Big Booty Judy. You ever heard of Big Booty Judy? Yeah, that's what he was looking at. That's what he was like, okay, I want some of that. And so he's basing the woman on her exterior and not on what's inside. What's inside of her heart, What's her intellectual thoughts? What's going on with her spirituality? Is she into spirituality? What's going on with how she manages her money, how she carries herself? He's not looking at any of that. He's just big booty Judy. And so it turns out that a lot of men actually choose women that way, and it's not exactly the best way to choose a woman. So April said, I don't think you should date her. I think you should continue to look. You think this man listened? He went right on ahead. And so the next time he saw April, he brought the girl with him, Big Booty Judy. And he ran up to April and he hugged her. He's like, yo, this is April. Yo, I love her. Yo, she good. She's a good counselor. She's providing guidance to the brothers. And he was like bigging up April. You know, Big Booty Judy did. And he went to introduce her, right? Big Booty Judy was like, like that. And I was like, wow, I've seen that before. April was just like, You see, the way she greeted me with all of that attitude, with a sense of envy and jealousy, or maybe she felt April was competition. The man is rocking with Big Booty Judy. He was just giving April her props. Nothing else. And it's actually a paid consultation. I think someone said they paid her $10,000 or some crazy amount like that. And I was like, okay. She knows her worth, obviously. So eventually he wasn't dating this woman because it just wasn't a good fit. And he was not looking within her heart space, how she was operating, how she was moving. And April had to put him on to that. So one of the guys made a comment while Earn Your Leisure was interviewing April. And this comment had me rolling. One of the guys was like, as April was saying, you got to choose the woman. You have to do this. You have to da. This guy said, whatever keeps my belly full and my balls empty. I was like, what? Whatever keeps my belly full and my balls empty. I was like, oh my goodness, brother, you spitting out juice like that all day long? You ain't doing semen retention? That's gonna backfire on you. So I'm just looking at the comments, listening to the interview, and I'm laughing. And so April starts to speak about people who are cheating, more or less men who are cheating. And she said something that connected me with the show that I'm talking about tonight, with the Earth Angel show. She was like, it's not really about the cheating, going out, having intercourse with another being. It's more about the lying about cheating, the manipulation that is connected to cheating, lack of the ability to have a conversation about the woman that you are with. If you desire another person, you choose to lie about it. And so it's more about the lying and the cheating and the manipulating of that experience that you're having with another person. She also spoke about women who are attracted to men who are sort of this energy that is like up, down, in, out, drama, chaos, mayhem, trying to make you jealous of other women that he may or may not be with. Like this energy that just almost drives you crazy, where you never know what he's going to do, how he's going to do it, when he's going to do it. That's going to cause you some type of strife or some type of cause you to lose some type of peace. April was saying that these type of men, women are attracted to them because it's connected to their trauma. So this guy is nothing but trauma and drama, but yet you find yourself attracted to him. And the reason you're attracted is because something within you is traumatized. And so you're attracted to all of that chaos and that mayhem and that drama and that anxiety and that worry and that fear and that competition with other women that he wants to put you in. And it's not healthy, because when you think about it, how are you going to build a legacy with a man who you are constantly concerned about where he is at and what he's doing and who he's with? How are you going to build an empire with a man when he's supposed to be out working and building, and he out here playing around in some cootie cat with big booty jet Judy. How are you supposed to build an empire with someone like that? He's not focused. He's distracted, and he's distracted by anything that may walk by him. So it's not going to work because he's not in the right place. He's not in the right energy. So yeah, I want to say, yeah, if you guys have the opportunity, definitely go and check it out and see what you get from it. See what you learn from that. Now, we're going to get into the story. This is the continuation from the story from yesterday about the three individuals, the earth angel, the fallen angel, and then the guy. Now, I want to say this. I got another phone call of someone who had a traumatic childhood. So she was sort of triggered by the show because it brought back thoughts and things that happened to her. So I want to say to anyone who has a daughter, anyone who has a daughter, take the time to give her love, give her positive energy, at times give her a pep talk. Be sure to guide her, and by any means necessary, pray for her. Pray for her protection. Pray that she's always walking in the light. Allow her to communicate and activate her throat chakras. There's something that she needs to tell you. Allow her the space to be able to communicate to you, whatever's going on. A lot of times, children don't come to you and tell you what's going on because they're afraid of how you're going to respond and what you're going to say. So allow her the space to communicate. Prepare healing baths for her. Have her have conversations with other men. Now, when I say allow her to have conversations with other men, not just any man. Don't put your daughter in front of just any old man who, y'all know what I'm talking about. They ain't rocking right, and they ain't spitting anything that's going to be healthy for that little girl. No. Be careful of the men that you put in front of your daughter. If she has a father, then allow her to have the conversation with her father, because she's going to need to be able to communicate on a level where she can communicate with men and how she can communicate also with women, because you're the woman. You can't be the man and the woman. So I find sometimes women keep their children from the fathers. I don't recommend that. Allow her to be able to get familiar with the masculine energy. I know some of y'all ain't gonna listen to me because you probably hate some of these men, but I just wanted to say it. I want to say also, as a mother, spend time with your daughter. Show her how to operate within her feminine energy. Her dad can't do that, and the men that you put her in front of can't do that. Only you can do that. And last, I want to say, teach your daughter self-defense. Teach your daughter how to defend herself. I'm talking physical self-defense. I'm talking spiritual self-defense. I'm talking verbal self-defense. I'm talking emotional. On all levels, teach her how to defend herself, because you're not going to always be there for her. Things are going to happen. So she needs to be able to protect herself. Now, with that said, that was in regards to the daughters. If you have a son, do the same thing. The reason I emphasize daughters is because this particular woman who called me, she connected with the fallen angel and what the fallen angel is going through. And she didn't have this feminine energy to do this with her. Okay? But if you have a son, by all means, do the same thing for your boys. For your children, period. Okay? So, I got my little Tantra tonic. And I have, of course, my Tantra juice. And I will be drinking my Tantra juice while I dive into this story, guys. So where were we? So we have the fallen angel. We have the earth angel. and we have the guide. We're going to continue with the fallen angel right now. And we all know the fallen angel has been through a lot in life, right? Greetings, greetings, Goddess London Blues. Now, we all know the fallen angel has been through a lot in life. She's been through challenges. She's been through struggles. She's been through trauma. She's been through trials and tribulations. She's been through spiritual warfare. She's been through physical battles. She's been through anxiety programming within her system from childhood. Anxiety programming within her system from childhood. When she tried to heal, she was pulled back into a negative state of the black hole. She's had circumstances where the odds were stacked against her. She feels life's been fighting through obstacles since day one. Since she came into this world, she feels like it's always been a battle. So she's used to fighting. No one around her is going to assist her with healing. No one is qualified, in all honesty, to assist with her healing. Step by step, we have to learn to heal. Healing is done in phases. So we have to take steps to heal on this journey. It's not going to happen overnight. She doesn't know what type of therapy she needs. She doesn't know who to communicate with, more or less. She doesn't know what tools to use, and she doesn't know where to start. However, her healing does start with her childhood trauma, like most of everyone, right? Childhood trauma. Childhood trauma because she's angry. She's unforgiving of men. She's vengeful. The result over time will be her getting sick, stressed out, anxious. Right now, she's always in fight or flight mode, and we all know what that means. Ready and fearful of an attack or retaliation for what she's doing. Fearful that some of these men might find out what she's doing. Fearful that anyone might discover her secrets. Eventually, her blood pressure will be affected. Her heart is going through numerous changes. Her immune system is weak. Soon, if not already, she will have depression and sadness. And she may already be experiencing that. Heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure issues. I mean, she's already an alcoholic. So this, in connection with her use of alcoholism as a form of escapism from all of her trauma, drama, traumatic experiences in life. The effects of alcoholism. If she drinks every day, and I would say she drinks somewhere between 15 and 20 drinks per week. This is a lot. 15 to 20 drinks per week is a lot to take into the system. Over weeks, over months, over years, it's building up. This causes the neural degeneration. Neuro. A lot of people speak about alcohol doing damage to the liver, but alcohol does damage to your brain. Neurodegeneration. Your ability to think and to plan, it's directly affecting your brain. When you drink this amount of alcohol, it slowly kills the neurons in your brain. It changes the structure and the size of your brain. I repeat, it changes the structure and the size of your brain. You'll have frequent changes in the mood, which is what she's already experiencing. Lack of coordination, which she's already experiencing. Changes in perception and vision. Inability to make decisions. Anxiety. Sleep problems. Insomnia. Compromised immune system. Changes in her sexual performance. And that's not changes in a good way either. Increased tension in relationships. You become more hostile, more argumentative, more combative, more viewing from the perception that you're a victim. You're always right. You're more angry. You're more volatile. Always ready to fight too. So this is what this guy, this player is sleeping with. This is the woman that he is just one of the women that he's sleeping with. Now, he continues to sleep with this fallen angel, while at the same time, he participates in spiritual warfare against the earth angel. He becomes obsessed with the earth angel. He starts doing witchcraft on her. He's doing candle magic. He's doing moon magic. He's doing love spells. He's doing spells to block anyone who loves her that wants to come to her. Hell, he's doing sex magic. I mean, is there anything left? Yeah, there's a lot left. And he trying to do it all. Voodoo, hoodoo, incantation, dobia, whatever. Black magic, everything. Anything he can do. Because he's obsessed. And this obsession is actually part of his sickness also. So this player, he tried to also get a group of people to participate in rituals against this earth angel. What type of person is this player? I mean, it depends on how you look at the situation and how he handles certain things. You could think of him as a narcissist. You could think of him as a woman hater. Maybe you think he's a jealous being. Maybe you think he's just downright crazy. I don't know. Maybe you think he's envious. Maybe you think he's mentally unstable. Maybe you think he's manipulative, disingenuous. There's one thing I know for sure. He's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask like many people wear a mask. Some people wear one mask. Some people have a mask over a mask. Some people have a mask over a mask over a mask, 3 masks. And so it's the removal of the layers of masks where you start to do the shadow work. You see, shadow work is layered also. You can be in a place that has 3 floors. You start at the top of your shadow work and you get through that and you're like, okay, then you go to the next level. And if you get through that, because as you dive deeper, it gets more and more difficult. And finally, you want to get into the basement. And that's when most people quit, because you see, the basement is dark. The basement is gloomy. You think this is crazy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The basement is where you can't see everything. You feel like it's surprises in the basement. So most people who do shadow work don't make it that far. They quit. They give up. So I want to say, if you are doing shadow work, I invite you to continue to go forward and do the work. Now, remember also, this player is bisexual, and he lacks the strength to reveal that information. And some people who know, because it's a secret. But obviously, if you're sleeping with other beings, there are people who know. So some people kind of hold it over his head. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. And that produces some sort of anxiety within him. Loss of sleep, stressed out, fear, worry. What if he really likes one of these women and they find out? What if no woman wants to sleep with him after that? He doesn't want this information out. So he's what you would consider in the closet in that aspect. So I just want to get something straight. When I'm speaking about a person who's entertaining sexual escapades with both sexes and lying and manipulating in that instance, it's not the fact that they're participating with both parties. It's the fact that they choose to lie about it. It's the fact that they choose to manipulate during those sessions, you see, because a person who's lying and manipulating and cheating on other people will thus lie, manipulate, and cheat on business deals. They will lie and manipulate and cheat with their friends and their family. They will lie and manipulate and cheat at work. So it's not so much to pay attention as to who he has in his bed and who he chooses to lay with. It's how he chooses to deal with the situations. So I got a phone call from a same-sex couple who saw this video last night, and we had a conversation about this. I actually purchased earrings from them. Why do I purchase earrings from them? I purchased earrings from them because I like their work. I like their artistry. I like their creativity. I think they're very talented. And it has nothing to do with who they lay down with at night. In all honesty, it's none of my business. As far as I know, when I communicate with them, they have a relationship. They're never complaining to me about lying and cheating on one another. They come across as if it's a loving, nurturing relationship. Yeah, yes, a little bit of arguments here and there and fights amongst whatever, But in terms of bringing other people in without the other one knowing, I haven't sensed any of that between them. So it's about how the person moves in their energy. Now, this player, this type of energy, it could destroy a community, you see, because when you're in a community of people who are seeking honesty and integrity, they want love and they want to move forward, they want to advance and they want to expand as a community, and he's running around doing all of this mischief behind the scenes, behind the curtains, in the closet, it causes confusion and chaos in the community. I'm concerned about people who lie and cheat as opposed to people who are sleeping with whoever and whatever, more or less, for me. As an adult, of course, we all can do what we want to do. We're all mature adults. Well, I wouldn't say mature, but not everyone is mature, but you're an adult, right? But it's important to move in a certain way when it comes to exchanging energies and DNA with other people. Okay? So why isn't he interested in sharing the truth about how he operates and how he moves? Because the community that he's in, they are a community that studies Black history, meditation, information about Egypt, health and wellness. Some of them provide information about psychedelics, information about Africa. So you get my drift. You know what type of community I'm talking about. He doesn't believe this community would accept him. So he hides it. He hides it. He dates and sleeps with multiple people to prove his sexuality. This is part of his trauma. He feels like he's got something to prove. He's scared and he's afraid to be himself. A person who's fearful of being themselves are people who wear masks. So you put on this mask because you're presenting this certain personality. But eventually people see your true character. Eventually people who are around you more and more and more, they see who you are, and this type of stuff will trickle out. And at that point, he's probably going to go crazy because he doesn't want this information out. But guess what? Fear is something that he conjured up from within himself, part of his childhood trauma. Now, this earth angel that he was pursuing, she knew what he was. She didn't know immediately, but over time, as she spent some time with him, she saw signs. She was like, okay, what's going on here? Little things here and there that he did or said. And she said, okay, I see. But that wasn't the reason why she chose not to be with him. She had other reasons that she chose why she didn't want to be with him. Over time, she realized that he had mommy and daddy issues. Some people have mommy issues. Some people have daddy issues. He had both. He was insecure. He had abandonment trauma. He's jealous. He gossips and entertains rumors. He has an addiction problem. He's fearful of commitment. Most importantly, she realized that he wasn't trying to do the work. That's the biggest reason why she didn't want to entertain a relationship with him. He wasn't willing to do the work. So if you have a person who's doing the work, right? And a person who's not willing to do the work. The person who's doing the work is leveling up on all levels. And the person who's not doing the work can cause strife on this person who's doing the work and pull them down. Two people who are doing the work support each other, leveling up. They work through it, through the progress, and they raise up. And she realized this. So he was rigid. He was stubborn. He seemed like a bit of a know-it-all. No one can tell me anything. I know what I'm doing. I got this. And so when you have a person who believes they know all of the answers and no one can show them anything, how can you work with a person like that? How can you assist anyone in their healing like that? How could you expect anyone to assist you in your own healing if they act like that? There's no room for growth because you think you know it all. So how are you going to grow if you think you know it all? He wasn't trying to heal his trauma. He holds his trauma and it's causing chaos in his life. She realized that we all have trauma. We all have been through stuff. But she's not trying to fix him. She got her own work to do. She ain't trying to save him. She ain't trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And yes, men can be hoes too. And women can be trying to be a Captain Save-A-Ho. So she wasn't trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. He wasn't working with his childhood trauma. So she had to let him go. She was like, okay, moving on. Of course, as you know, he became resentful. He felt rejected and dejected. He was angry. And so he was gathering all of these people and he was gossiping about her, slandering her name, defamation, creating all these embellished stories. that were not true, half truths, whole truths, whatever. Anything he could say to deteriorate and tarnish her reputation. So it was easy for him to gather these people. And at the beginning, I thought, well, how in the world can you gather people to do a ritual or a ceremony on someone like that? I mean, to gather people to perform spell work on someone that they don't know and never met. I repeat, to gather people to do spell work and rituals on someone that they don't know and never physically met. What type of person is he? Is he manipulative? What type of person does spell work on someone they don't know? What type of people is he gathering? He's gathering traumatized people. People who have their own trauma. Traumatized people who refuse to address their own trauma. They believe they'll never be successful. They'll never have anything. Their lives is full of drama kings and drama queens. So in the bottom, at the end, none of the spell work was successful. Nothing worked. And it's a number of reasons of why they spell work didn't work. It's a number of reasons. And I'm not going to get into it about why it didn't work. All I know is they tried it and it didn't work. However, during one of the ceremonies, they accidentally opened up a portal. They accidentally got access to a portal. One of them got stuck in the portal. Can you imagine being stuck in a portal? Have you seen a portal before? Let me tell you, I went to one of these medicine ceremonies, and the shaman was doing some work, right? And he was opening up portals. But you see, he's a shaman. He's a practitioner. He's had years and years and years and years of training. He still communicates with his teacher and his mentor because you're always a student. And so I observed him at the ceremony activating portals. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So these people who are doing spell work, they accidentally got access to a portal. This player, this fake player, he doesn't care who he hurts. Everything is about him. He always wants his way. He's like a child, like a spoiled child. To put people in a position, the dangerous position of a portal, and then having someone get stuck. Who does that? Who's going to hold him accountable? Who's going to hold him responsible? Ain't nobody going to say it. How are you going to say, oh, we was doing spell work on the earth angel and accidentally got so-and-so stuck in a portal? Shh. Don't tell anyone. Right? He wasn't mature, and he's not really grown up. So these groupies, these followers, these innocent souls listened to him. They didn't know any better. Not all of them. Maybe a few of them knew. But they really, really didn't know what they were getting into. They really had no clue of what they were fucking with. Nonetheless, who they were fucking with. Because remember, they don't even know this earth angel. Never even been around her energy to read her. But he convinced them. He collected these people who had trauma, drama, and baggage in their lives and had them participate in a ceremony. These people that he collected, they struggle. Their lives are a struggle. Hi, Brad. How are you, Brad? At Miss Bliss, are you an earth angel? I'll tell you what, Brad. That's for me to know and for you to find out. Because in all honesty, we have a lot of earth angels here with us and around us. We also have a lot of fallen angels that are here around us. We also have other people that look like us who are not earth angels and they are not fallen angels. It's so many levels to this. It's so many different levels. So, back to the story. So these people that he gathered, the struggle is real for them. They struggle in maintaining their business. Brad, hold on. Miss Bliss, I believe that you believe I'm an earth angel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. So, these people that he gathered, they struggle in their business. They struggle maintaining relationships. They have addictions just like him. They have abusive personalities. They're argumentative. They do bad business deals. Some of them are mishandling the money, stolen funds, arguing over the finances in the household, arguing over the finances in the business, fighting amongst each other, struggling to maintain a job, can't pay their bills, neglecting their children. These people have no sense of self, no confidence within themselves. And so it was easy for him to recruit them. It was very easy for him to recruit these type of people. These type of people are lost. They're lost spiritually. They're lost mentally and emotionally. They're lost on so many different levels. And there's no one to guide them. And so he recruited them. Now, why would they even follow him or listen to him? The reason they would listen to him is because he has a little more than them. He has just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. First of all, he's a damn good liar. First and foremost, a damn good liar. He could be a lawyer. I ain't gonna front. Lawyers are good liars too. He's an extraordinary manipulator. Extraordinarily manipulative. Again, lawyers can be very manipulative too. I work with lawyers. I see. Boy, do I see. He's in the wrong business. He should have went to law school. He has his own house. He has his own car. You know, he brags about how he's performed and, you know, he's got all these things going on in his life. So, hey, James Johnson, how are you? So, on the outside, he looks like he's got it all together because remember, he's good looking now. He's all concerned about his looks and the way he looked, right? He's good looking. So on the outside, he portrays this personality where he's good looking, you know, he has things going on for himself and he's successful on certain levels. But inside, he's rotten. And so we are going through trauma, we don't always see the people who are inside who are rotten. We don't always see where their intellect is at, how they think and how they process their thoughts, how they handle their situations, how their character really is. We don't always see that. I'm fine since I tap with Moves Bliss. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. At Miss Bliss, you are an intelligent and beautiful earth angel, and your wings are invisible. Yes, my wings, right? My wings. Flapping my wings, y'all. Okay. So, on the inside, this guy is traumatized. And he's not doing any shadow work. He's not doing any work whatsoever because he believes he doesn't need any work. On some level, he is cocky and he is arrogant. So, who knows where he'll end up? All I know is he opened up this portal accidentally and got someone trapped. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, as some people say, back at the ranch, the earth angel traveled to another country. Now, the earth angel ain't paying him no mind. She ain't paying none of these people any mind. She ain't paying the fallen angel no mind. She's focused on herself. She's focused on her own growth. So she traveled to another country with a group of people. A group of people who practice a certain level of spirituality, I should say. However, these people work with their heart space. Their hearts are open and activated. They are truly and genuinely empathic, loving, nurturing people who care about other people, who is actually okay with working with some of these traumatized individuals who are willing to do the work now. Now, if you traumatized and you ain't trying to do the work, they're not going to work with you because it's a waste of their time and energy. So this earth angel traveled with them to another country. They took her to a village of practitioners. Practitioners who were witches, warlocks, and shamans. These people in this village looked at her and observed her, checked out her energy, watched her, saw how she moved and how she communicated. You see, because she was there to learn something. And this group of villagers ain't going to teach anything to anybody who ain't moving right. We already have enough people who have access to things that they ain't got no business having access to, and they're using it for the wrong reasons. They didn't want that to happen again. So they don't share this information with any and everybody because there's too many malicious people out here who are moving with malice intent. So they have these special techniques, special procedures, special steps, unique rituals to call upon angels. Whoever thought there was such a place where you can travel out of America and learn special techniques to get in touch with and connection with angels? When I heard this story, I thought, you know what? It makes perfect sense. It's angels all over this story. The only person who's not an angel is the guy. You have a fallen angel and you have an earth angel. And it's probably more angels. It's angels all over this place. So it made sense that she would end up in this country where they would show her how to reach the angels. They did, however, explain something to her. The earth angel had to receive a certain level of education, and she will continue to go. This is not a one-off. You can't just go and just learn this type of thing one time. This is a continuum of education. It's kind of like going to college forever, basically. These people in the village explained that the fallen angel is very sick and she may never heal. She may never heal. She will probably get worse. She'll never really have any true friends. Her family don't rock with her like that. Her family has already went against her. Her family has already been battling against her. Like, she's in warfare with her family. So they advise the earth angel that she may never heal because the level of trauma that she's going through and the fact that she refuses to do the work, but not only does she refuse to do the work, she drinks a lot. So what's messed up? Her mental, her intellect, her thought process, the way she perceives things. So she'll be going through many more lovers. Oh yeah, she'll be collecting many more essence from men. She'll have a lot more customers, and there'll be a lot more men who have no idea, no clue as to what she's doing or what she's up to. And the reason I was able to connect this to what I heard in Earn Your Leisure is because when that woman said, you cannot choose a woman based on what she looks like on the exterior. And so these men who she pulled are choosing her based on how she looks on the outside. Remember, she like voluptuous and beautiful and almost like exotic. And she's learned the art of flirting. She's learned to pursue this fake feminine energy. And so she lures them in. And they come in. They come in. This man that is doing ritual work, he suffers from severe trauma. The villagers advised her that even though the fallen angel may not heal, that there is a little bit of potential for this fake player to heal. The difference is he's not drinking the alcohol. So there may be some opportunity for him to heal. Maybe. No guarantee, right? So he had a very traumatic childhood. He might be salvageable, they said. But they advised the earth angel, you cannot heal him. I repeat, you cannot heal him. You can't save him because he's going to suffer tremendously. He's going to go through a lot of pain. And the pain is going to be on multiple levels. And it's going to go through multiple thresholds. And he's going to have to handle it and deal with it. And there's nothing she can do. And there's nothing anyone can do. What's coming to him is going to be so powerful that all will see him suffering. And some will wonder, Jesus Christ, why? He seemed like such a nice fella. He seemed like such a nice guy. Oh, well. There's nothing anyone is going to be able to do for what's coming to him, because what's coming to him is going to be so powerful, so fiery. It's going to singe his soul. Well, in any event, what most people do not know is that this earth angel learned to tap in to spirit. She can see whenever she wants to see, whatever she wants to see. But you see, she's not looking at this player and his energy, and she's not trying to find out what's going on about him and his life and all of this stuff and his drama. And she's like, this is just too much chaos. This is like watching one of these movies on TV. Is this real life? Is this really going on? But this earth angel, she acquired this ability when she went to this village and she started to work with the angels. So she works with two angels. So far, she's working with two angels. The first angel is Archangel Michael. The second angel is Archangel Metatron. These are the two angels that she's working with that are guiding her, that are instructing her, that actually advised her to continue to watch the player. She's like, well, I don't want to watch this. I want to do something else. They said, no. Watch him and watch them and sit and observe and see what they're doing. And so she did as instructed, because you can't be rebellious against some of these angels. If you want to continue to receive instructions and you want to continue to receive guidance and protection, then you have to listen. So she continued to watch, and eventually it was revealed that multiple people were doing spell work on her. And the leader of the pack was this so-called fake bisexual player. She said, what kind of bullshit is this? What is this? Doing spell work on her. What's so funny is what this fake player didn't know that this earth angel could see, because you see, she goes into the spirit realm. And so she's like, wait a minute. While he's doing spell work on the earth angel, multiple people are doing spell work on him. To mighty know, I tell y'all, this is a messy Kundalini story. So while he's focusing on her, trying to bring her down or bring her to him, all of these different energies, multiple people doing the same thing to him. Now look at that. You see, because he's not paying attention. He's not paying attention. So they're doing spell work to block him. They're doing spell work to control him. They're doing spell work to cause havoc in his life. They're doing spell work to cause negativity in his life, messing with his money, doing spell work to cause him to go crazy, psychotic, mentally unstable, psychologically malfunctioning. I tell you, what goes around comes around. So remember, the fallen angel has these jars, right? She's collecting all of these essence of these men in a jar. She's collecting his too, right? Do you remember when I heard this story, I said, these jars, but damn, what if these jars fall down or something or crack open? Like, what's the protocol for that? It reminded me of the Harry Potter movie. Did you ever see these scenes in the Harry Potter movie where they go into these rooms and it's these jars, and sometimes a jar would fall and you see like this green smoke or this red smoke come out of the jar? have this vision of that happening. And I was like, Lord, child, I hope none of those jars ever fall. I could just imagine what could happen. I could just imagine the traumatic situations that would be in the ether if those jars were to ever break and spill. So he's messing with this fallen angel and she starts to like him. Remember, she don't really like men. She don't really like women. She starts to like him. Now, this may be a problem because she can't have him. No one can have him. He doesn't belong to anyone. He's for the streets. His brother's for the streets. He run through the streets. He has community penis. He ain't for nobody. She wants him. She likes him. She feeling him. So, with that said, when he did this ritual, the fallen angel was one of the people who participated in the ritual. I mean, why not? It makes sense because she messed up anyway, right? Remember, he's only recruiting people who are messed up. So she was one of the people who he recruited. And she's already venturing in her dark side. Participating in these rituals took her further down into the dark side. Down, 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 down. She was spiraling into the rabbit hole. And she began to have these delusional thoughts that this fake player was hers. But he don't like her like that. I mean, he liked having sexual intercourse with her. He likes having these sexual escapades with her. But he didn't like her like that. He wasn't trying to get with her like that. He's focused on the earth angel. So he looking over here. She looking at him. And all these people are doing spell work. So she latches on to him, right? And so now she's latched on to him permanently. Somehow, some way, she's managed to attach herself like a leech onto him. Out of all the men, I mean, she's sleeping with men all day long, all night, all week, so many options, right? They both have so many options. Why him? Why latch on to him? She's latched onto him for life permanently. So how does he get out of this mess? What is he going to do now? He doesn't want to be committed to her. He has no intentions of being committed to anyone. He's having fun. Hell, I ain't hating. No judgment from me. Do you, as long as you're operating with some type of integrity and honesty for that thought. But he said, you know what? If I'm going to be with her, I need to fix her up a bit. So he go Captain Save-A-Ho. He literally is trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Put your cape on, fly in, and go save her. His head is stuck in the sand. He can't fix her. You can't fix anyone who doesn't want to be fixed. You can't solve anyone else's problems if they're not interested in sharing those problems with you and working through those problems with you. If they're not receiving anything that you're providing to them, you can't save them. It's like, you ever hear when they say people go to Alcoholics Anonymous? And I've heard people say, oh, hey guys, I'm on another platform, guys. How y'all doing? Oh, I love you too. Love you too. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining. So you ever go to Alcoholics Anonymous? I actually went to, someone invited me to an Alcoholics Anonymous presentation where I was speaking. And the first thing they told me was, no one can go to Alcoholic Anonymous if they're not willing to admit they're alcoholic. The first thing to do is to recognize you have a problem, admit you have that problem, and then be willing to do the work and get through that problem. So it's the same thing with this fallen angel that he's trying to save. Something happened when he opened up that portal. You see, he's not trained in this area. He looked up spell work on the internet. He looked up spell work online. You see, right now in this world that we live in right now, it's so many different videos on how to do spell work. And so when the earth angel, traveled out of the country, they advised her that a lot of times when you see these videos regarding spell work, or you read these articles regarding how to do spell work, and even in some instances when you have a teacher who's teaching you spell work and the class is over, you don't learn everything. This is why when she traveled out of the country, the villagers was like, you got to keep coming back, because it's levels to this. And so he never received any real guidance. He just was diving on in because, remember, he's cocky. He knows it all. He's the leader. These people are feeding his ego. He's taking in their energy and they're just bigging him up. Me, mine, I'm powerful. So something happened when this portal opened. And the question is, can he fix it? The question is, does he even know it? The question is, does he even want to fix it? Does he care? This fallen angel is emotionally unstable, mentally unstable. She ain't letting him go. She would be considered, if she was to go to the hospital and have a diagnosis, they would diagnose her with bipolar and schizophrenia. Now, I've been around people who have been either bipolar or schizophrenic. And I don't know if you guys know what that means or know what it's like to be around people like that, but it is something to see. And I can imagine it must be something to even experience, let alone be in a relationship or a family member or a friend who is bipolar or schizophrenic. So if she was to go to the hospital, this is what they would diagnose her with. And then they would probably give her some type of pills or medication, maybe even put her in the psychiatric ward. She has a split personality. At times, she's very violent. Another time, she may be argumentative. Other times, she may be feeling sexy. Remember, this woman is a beast in the bed. She laying these brothers out. Practice makes perfect now. But he had her participating in these rituals, in this spell work. He had her in there with all of these other people too, participating in this. Meanwhile, this earth angel is watching with Archangel Michael by her side, working with her and saying, watch, look, you see? Metatron. Tapping in. Learn. You see what they're doing? You see what they have? You see what they're using? Do you see who's there? Take notes now. And the earth angel's like, why do I have to keep okay, he's doing this and it's not working. So why do I have to keep watching? They said, you watch. You keep watching. So they protected her and they're guiding her. They're telling her everything. But at times they said, you need to learn also. So we're not going to tell you everything. You need to learn from what you're seeing also. You need to observe what's going on. They would take her into the spirit realm to watch and observe. They told her not to worry. None of this is going to work and you're going to be fine. And all of these battles, all of these wars, everything you see going on, these people can't touch you at all. Not at all. These angels assisted with decalcifying her pineal gland, opening and closing her crown chakra. So many different things. Showing her where she should be, when she should be there, what she should do when she get there, who she should be around, when she travels, who she should travel with, like guiding her. There's a song, and I think it says something like, guide me, spirit, guide me. Guide me, spirit, guide me. It's literally like that. And so these people have no idea who they're messing with. They have no idea of a high-ranking spiritual person. They have no idea how powerful some people are. They have no idea who's connected to who and why they're connected. This earth angel is a force to be reckoned with. She's storm. She's karma. She's the magic that they created. She is the magic that they created. And they created it by accident because they had bad intentions, negative intentions. They wanted to harm her. And instead of doing that, they activated her. All hell breaking loose now. Flames are going to be burning. Shit is going to hit the fan and it's going to be flying everywhere. Oh my. What did this player do? What did he do? And who is he dragging down with him? Oh, because they all going down a rabbit hole. Who he dragging down with him? You see, more than likely, he still believes that he's in charge. He still believes that he's in power. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron said, yes, we want him to believe that he's in charge. We want him to believe that he's in power. That is the point. And so she was like, what? What's going on here? You think that it's okay for him to believe that his spell work and his magic is successful? You think that it's okay for him to believe that he's in power when he's really not? She's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And they said, you just watch and see. You'll get it. You'll get it. All right, guys, I got a meeting. And so I gotta go. There is a part 3 to this because I ain't done, y'all. I ain't done. Wait till you figure out what this guy has done. Wait till you figure out what he has created. Atlas Bliss, happy manifesting, and I hope that you get a chance to enjoy the eclipse energy. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, family. You guys enjoy the eclipse. I don't know what you're doing, if you're home meditating, if you're doing any prayers, if you're going to the beach or whatever, you decide to do. First and foremost, be safe. Make sure that the energy around you is a good, supportive, loving energy. Make sure that the people around you are positive people who are guiding you, people who love you with their heart, people who have their heart space activated. And even those who are not like that, make sure there are people who are trying to do the work, trying to get there, trying to get to that level. So I have to go off to a meeting. And I have another story, guys, about 2 shaman brothers. Oh my goodness. Happy 4-4. When I share this story with you guys about these two shaman brothers, yo, these two guys is off the chain. Off the chain. And it is the two shaman brothers. It's a very sexy story. And it's funny. I thought it was funny, at least. And then it gets a little weird near the end because, things happen when you're taking the medicine, y'all. Thank you for sharing Beautiful Spirit and enjoy with us. Stay safe and well. Yes, I will. I will. So I will do part 3, and then that will be the end of it. Okay. And then we'll go on to, I have 2 other stories. One is about an empress, and the other one is about the shaman brothers. So I may do the shaman brothers first. I don't know, because it's so entertaining. So entertaining. Well, in any event, I'm off to my meeting. I bid you guys well. I'm sending you positive energy, love, nurturing, care, protection, guidance. May your angels be around you at all times. May you continue to work with your ancestors and be guided on this journey. I love you guys. Have a beautiful night and a beautiful weekend.